Hey, what's up, Brandon? This is finally a demo for your Raxus Starkiller. This just got this just got delivered today in the mail from Sean. Sean is actually the one that weathered this for you, weathered this one and a few others, and they showed up today. So I was expecting it and I was ready for it. Your chassis is actually one of the first 5 that I installed back when I was getting ready for the first batch of these Sabers to come to me. So I've had the chassis installed on my desk for quite some time, just waiting on the Saber. All right, but you've got a Carl Chen V4 Neopixel connector in there. This is the weathering from Sean. I did send you some close-up pictures, but just to give you kind of an overview now, since we're in front of the camera. All right, you've got your titanium pieces all up in your crystal chamber that are heat stained, steel screws that are heat stained as well as the outside steel emitter. We've got the smoky lenses on these for you. Okay, and then to get to your chassis, you just want to unscrew your handle. Everything is a tight fit, but as you can see, it fits. So we'll just unscrew that. When you're taking the handle off, be careful. Just take your time and wiggle it back and forth a little bit. It'll come right off. All right, yours is one of the chassis that I had to come through here on the battery cover, and I sanded quite a bit off of that guy, and then I went back and I weathered it. You had me weather the chassis, so you probably won't even notice that I had to do that. All the ones that I did that where I weathered the chassis, it blends in pretty well, but I had to do that in order to get the handle to fit, and then I also took a little bit off the diameter on my lathe to get it to fit as well. All right, so it's a pretty tight fit. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. So this is your battery cover. We'll take it off real quick. I'll do it over the table so I don't drop it. But you've got your 18350 battery. I do have your last name on there because I wired up so many of these chassis and had them sitting on my desk. They looked identical, and I wanted to make sure I knew whose was whose. But you can wipe that off with some isopropyl alcohol. It's just on the battery. All right, but when you're done, you can snap this back into place. It goes right on there and it stays on pretty tough. You've got this midsection that I do light up. All right. We've got a broken circuitry pattern in this piece right here. Your secondary crystal chamber with your spinning piece right on top of the crystal. Kill switch over here. You got a 28mm Smokel's Outpost speaker. This is the elite version. You've got an OLED screen over here, and again, this is your board cover, and it is held on with magnets too. So we can take that off, and you'll see your board. I do have a 3-pixel accent strip on top of the board because I wanted to light up this area right here. It's got some holes in it, so it was good for shine through. So please excuse the strip there and the wires. There's no getting around that. You know, obviously when this is on, you can't see it, and I thought it was worth being able to light that up. So that strip right there will mimic your blade. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this on. We'll flip it on the kill switch. That's your OLED screen right there, and you've got my boot up for that. Your 2 crystal chambers are doing a little something different. This is a 2-button setup, so your front switch on your control box will be your power. Your back is your auxiliary. All right, but when you turn this on, you got some nice shine through right here, that broken circuitry. Of course, your spinning plasma gate here. Your main crystal chamber. And your LEDs are there for your Neopixel connector. And your battery meter, and you've got twist off. All right, so we'll go ahead and put the handle back on. Just take our time. It does go on. It's just snug. I'll screw this all the way down. For now, you've got one sound font on here, which is mine. There's a copy of the config file on the SD card, so you can see what I did there to make some changes. But when you got this on, you also have twist on for now. All right, so a little bit of shine through here. And some shine through here. One thing that Sean did that I really like on these lenses is on your smoky lenses, he hit them really quick with a torch. So that shined them up a little bit, and it gave you, it's a little bit easier for that shine through to get through. And that's something I wish I would have been doing on the previous ones. I didn't even think about it. But you got a little bit of shine through right there. And right here. This is your blade retention, so just go ahead and back this guy out. You don't have to take it all the way out, but then put in your blade. The Saber takes a 7/8 inch blade. All right, so we'll put our blade in. We'll lock this down. We can hit power from here. Auxiliary. And of course, you've got this piece right here you can slide down, and that gives you access to your secondary chamber. So if we did blade lockup by holding down auxiliary and hitting the Saber, you'll see that in your chamber as well. All right, and then when you're done, go ahead and slide that back into place, and it will stay right there. A little bit of additional shine through right here. And then to play your soundtrack, you do a long press on the power. All right, and another long press to turn it off. And that's it. So we'll break this guy back down. Again, we'll loosen this up. Take our blade out. Tighten that back up, and then take our handle off. I'll just show you real quick that the kill switch is doing what it's supposed to do. All right, so get this handle off. Come over here and turn the Saber on. And then flip our switch right here. I don't know if I showed you that, but there are your blinkies on top of that board cover. All right, but then we'll kill it from the kill switch, and the power's dead. So that is basically your Raxus. Thank you so much for your patience. Let me know if you have any questions, and I still have time to get this out in the mail to you before Thanksgiving. I can get it out in the mail tomorrow morning, which is Tuesday. All right. Thanks, man.